Welcome to the very first episode of Nowhere Bounded. I'm Jason, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this incredible journey. This podcast is about self-exploration, resilience, discovering the best versions of ourselves through experiences and relationships we encounter. And of course, it's about travel. Each episode will take you on an adventure filled with motivational stories and insights that can inspire anyone, whether you're traveling or not. But first, a little bit about me. Just a month ago, I graduated from a one-year master's program at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. It was a tumultuous year filled with challenges and moments of realization. I knew my outlook on life would never be the same. Yet, I found myself grasping for a safe landing in my life and career. Two fortunate things happened. One, none of my attempts at safety worked out as I expected. Two, I became honest about my own life goals and knew that my way forward was one with a deep, connected sense of self. I was going to go against the grain. So, on graduation day, when someone pointed me out in a sea of graduates and loudly asked what I was doing after graduation, my response of travel was the honest answer I could give. Saying I wanted to travel wasn't new for me. But at that moment, when education should have been a ticket to catapult my life towards higher socioeconomic reward and impact, I realized the world had much more to teach me than the predominantly Western education that I just finished.
Now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time.
As an educator, I felt called to set out and test this life design and share whatever lessons arise from it with others. 2 weeks after that day, with almost no money and a strong sense to follow this wisdom, I bought a one-way ticket from Charlotte, North Carolina to Thailand in Southeast Asia as a start. A significant part of my journey will be finding creative ways to share my learnings with people looking for something different, people who maybe, like me, grew up as a part of the have-nots, yet who are still dreamers, wanderers, and who still care about challenging themselves to new heights, wherever those heights may be. Hence, Nowhere Bounded. This podcast documents my travels as I learn, make new connections, make mistakes, and gain deeper insights into the complexities of the human experience across various cultures and places. But it's not just about me and my journey. It's about all of us. We are born into a world with limits imposed by others. Dreaming, connecting with others, expressing creativity, and disentangling ourselves from our own self-limits is a journey worth traveling. Through Nowhere Bounded, I hope to inspire you to embark on your own journeys and discover the limitless potentials within yourselves. Now, here's an intriguing thought I'd like you to ponder. Am I nowhere bounded, or am I nowhere bounded? This play on words lies at the heart of our journey. It encapsulates the essence of breaking free from imposed limits and embracing a life of boundless exploration and personal growth. Through this podcast, I hope to explore this question with you, pushing the boundaries of what we think is possible. I don't have a return date to the US, and I will rely on listener support and contributions as feedback to continue producing content and traveling to new places. Am I a risk taker? Quite possibly. But in addition to my own self-growth, the impact of reaching an audience looking for more stories, insights, connections, and motivation to spark movement in their own lives is worth more than any foreseeable negative consequences in my own. The consequences of stepping outside the box, taking a leap without a parachute, and being willing to say, even through fear, that articulating a personally defined, high-value life is more important than playing it safe. I am not invincible. I am not on a quest to self-sabotage. I don't even recommend anyone take as dramatic a risk as leaving stability for the unknown. What I do want is for people, listeners, to consider the small movements, the small wins, the small changes in behaviors as the meaningful difference that will build the habit of living a personally defined, courageous life. not just for themselves, but for others. This is the promise of Nowhere Bounded. There's no gimmick attached to the real risk of transformed selves that you could join me on. A person who is saying, what if? What if we could connect to new heights together? If you're willing to join me, please like the podcast on the platforms that you listen to, share it with friends and family, support the effort of Nowhere Bounded on our Patreon fundraiser, and stay tuned for our first episode drop on Friday, June 21st. Until next time, this is Nowhere Bounded. Safe travels.